Hi, and welcome everyone to a special broadcast of CITV, where tonight the defending state champion girls basketball team of Plymouth White Marsh High School not only takes on the Quakertown Panthers, but we saw them reveal the state championship banner in a pregame ceremony that also saw a number of players receive their rings. The state championship banner is the first for any girls athletic team here in school history, and what a team it was. 34-0, led by coaches Dan Daugherty, TJ Jalusha, and Bridget McKnight. I'm Bob Culp, social studies teacher here at Plymouth White Marsh High School, and alongside of me is my better half in live casting, Becky Duffy, also a teacher here at the high school. Hello again, Becky.
Colby, it's great to be back. What an awesome night has been already thus far, checking out the banner being unveiled and watching just the smiles, not only on the players and the coaches' faces, but all around the stadium tonight. We've got a lot of fans out here who are excited to share in that wonderful unveiling. And I'm excited to see the team play here live tonight against this Quakertown team, and looking forward to some good action. And it's great to be back with you.
Thanks. Hey, this is PW's first home game, which is why the unveiling of the state championship banner was held here just moments ago. Beck, you've gotten to watch this team a little bit. Can you tell us a little bit what's new, what's different as we look forward to this year's team?
Yeah, well, obviously the Colonials are playing really, really good basketball. They're doing a nice job on the season. They've only lost one game, of course, to the rivals Abington, and that was a really hard-fought game. They lost by 2 points. And, and talking to Coach D about their performance, he said he's really proud of the ladies and what they've been able to accomplish. There's always things that we can improve on. But obviously, they're down some of their key players from last year's state championship team. But really, the message has been clear to the girls that, when one position is open, the next person stands up and gets in there. So we've got some really nice freshmen that come and join the team this year. So I'm looking forward to seeing them, one being AJ Avery, who is really impressive. I mean, when you watch her play, she's a really all-around, well-groomed player. She's got a nice core sense. She can drive to the basket. A couple times I've seen her, even as a freshman, be able to take the ball to the hole with confidence and score the basketball. And there have been crucial times in games that she's played in that you've seen her take that opportunity. So that's something that's a highlight for the team right now, and I'm really excited to finally see her play live.
Outstanding. So we know that we have two girls from the starting lineup coming back, Abby Sharp and Erin Daly, and we know that they're both first team all-league. They're two of the better players in the entire state. How about our other two starters? Some sort of returnees from last year's team, Azzy Crumpton and Angelina Bowser.
Yeah, so two players who are not shy in terms of their experience, two seniors who have played for 3 years with the team and had some minutes in the season last year. We'll start with Bowser. She's stepped in as the point guard here. She's had a couple really nice games. She's trying to get the ball out to everybody, be the captain out there, command the team, let them know where they need to be. She's been known as a feisty defender for the last several years, but this year she's started breaking out and she's taking opportunities to get to the basket, to dish the ball when appropriate, and she still has that unbelievably feisty defensive side to her. And in terms of Ozzy, she's got a great eye for being underneath the basket. She's going to be the primary rebounder to be able to get under there, mix it up. She's also going to have the tough task of playing against the post players and defensively this year. So really looking for her to step up and to make some good defensive plays, hit the boards, rebound, get a putback here and there, and really bang down there in the board so that ultimately maybe she can get to the foul line and score some points on the offensive end for her team.
Who can we look forward to? Who might be the first two bodies off the bench for this year's team? Yeah,
so there's a couple players that have been coming off the bench. We have Haley O'Hara, who has been playing some really good minutes, and as well as Quinn Daly. They'll come in and they'll give some minutes. They'll do their different role-playing opportunities. Similarly, they'll try to run the offense, get their opportunities, and make some things happen. And then another freshman to kind of look out for is McKenna Winland. Again, she's a feisty little player. I liked watching her play and seeing her out there doing her thing. So again, they're not only a 5-player team. They do have people coming off the bench that'll contribute and help the team out from time to time.
I happened to catch the end of the JV game prior to this one, and I saw the ambidextrous play of McKenna. She's pretty, like you say, she's feisty. She's good with the ball. She's got a nice handle, aggressive. She wasn't afraid to take it to the bigger girls on the Quakertown JV at the end of that contest that we saw. So what do we know about these Quakertown Panthers?
So the Quakertown Panthers have coming off a huge win. They did a number on Upper Perkiomen. They won 61-18, and right there that tells me that they can put up some points if they're given the opportunity. They're head by Carolyn Siprel, who right now is currently averaging 15 points a game, which is leading her team, as well as 8 rebounds. So that's pretty close to averaging a double-double, and that's always a very impressive stat. She's sort of a hybrid kind of player, if you will. She's got some height to her. And she's able to get outside and make some jump shots, but she's going to bang in the middle. She's going to look to really cut to the basket. And they're going to run their offense primarily through her. They also have Katie Cantillano, who's their point guard. She'll do her job of trying to dish it, trying to make sure that she pulls defenders on her, and then able to dish it to Siprel and get some of the other players open. They're going to look probably most likely to play some sort of matchup zone. We might see a press from them. They've done that in the past where they're trying to create a little bit of chaos and try to get some easy buckets off the defensive end. So they're going to be a competition, no doubt. It's going to be an exciting game, and we'll see how the Colonials handle their pressure tonight.
So you mentioned one thing that I'm curious to watch. So Caitlin Flanagan is at Holy Cross and doing phenomenally from what I understand.
Yes, she is.
So will teams, how will teams sort of now look to the Colonials? Because no one can really handle the ball exactly like Caitlin could, right? She was basically the best ball handler in the state, honestly, that I saw from anyone last year.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, Caitlin Flanagan's such a special player. And there's so many intangibles that she would do, not only with handling the ball, but also, being the captain out there, leading the team, calming the team down, making sure people knew where they were supposed to be. It's like she knew 2 steps before when you needed to be cut or be somewhere. And there's no doubt that that's a loss. But with that said, all of those years' experience of playing with her, these girls have had the opportunity to be coached by a phenomenal coaching staff and played with some top caliber competition. And they were in every practice. They grinded out every practice. So a lot of those same skill sets and the way that they go about the game has been introduced and is part of the culture at PW. So I expect to see some of the same, and looking forward to seeing how they sort of continue to grow and expand with the absence of Caitlin Flanagan on the court tonight.
Yeah, no doubt that Bowser there's a couple girls out there that can handle the ball, but I would imagine, I look forward to seeing when good teams press our team, how well we're able to handle that pressure.
Yes.
Caitlin Flanagan basically did it by herself last year.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be more of a team effort, but only time will tell. Speaking of what's same, as you just mentioned just a second ago, our coaching staff's the same. And that's why this girls team is going to remain competitive.
Absolutely.
Every time Coach Daugherty, Coach DeLucia, and Coach McKnight are on the same staff. I watch some of these guys practices sometimes. Once in a blue moon, I'm lucky enough to actually practice with them. These guys run a tremendous program. I mean, it's top notch. And that's why, honestly, they've been sort of the top tier for the last few years and won a state championship last year. It not only takes great players. I've seen teams with great players not win championships. You got to have a great coaching staff as well, or at least a good coaching staff. But we know that these guys are terrific, and it goes all the way down through the freshmen as well. I see Coach Mike Tornambi there.
Yep.
Just the same verbiage, the same drills. A lot of things go drilled deep down all the way to the freshman level.
And it also goes with the culture. I mean, there's a culture of excellence. There's a culture of success. There's a culture of being the best. And, I was even talking to Coach D today about breaking down film. I mean, to the point where, they are nitpicking every play and getting to it. It's an IQ that you're imbuing with your team that, there aren't many teams that do that in this conference and at this level.
So I will say, in Quakertown, they have come on, as you mentioned, they have come on as of late. They've won 2 of their last 3 games, and in both of those wins, they've put over 60 points on the board. We've seen some teams of Quakertown really struggle in the past. It's only fair to say that most of the games, I think, in the last 5 years have gone to the mercy rule in the second half. But we may be looking at a tougher Quakertown this year. Their early record sort of indicates that they're better. So, and that's only good for us to see a better Quakertown team. You want to see the best in both teams come out. So we'll be looking forward to that in just a few minutes after I should say Mr. Monero tonight, not Coach Monero. Our floor announcer for everyone here. And we do have a nice little crowd sitting down below us here, Becky. A lot of people filed in as that state championship banner was being unveiled.
Yeah, and that's just a testimony to communicate, what a big impact this program has had on the community. I mean, just for example, my niece, Jessica, is in the stands tonight, and she plays for White Marsh basketball. And a lot of her teammates are here tonight. It just goes to show, that's how it kind of begins and it starts. And these young girls see these players and they recognize that, hey, that can be me someday, and I can work hard and I can, be a part of this program as well. And it's reached so many people in so many places, and it's just such a wonderful energy and vibe that we have here tonight. So it's great to be back in basketball season. I always say it's the most wonderful time of the year.
Yeah, there's definitely a bit of a residual from last year's state championship. There is a bigger crowd for... I used to come to girls' games. I've been here for over 3 decades, and I can remember sometimes it was kind of unfortunate, and the girls used to play at 3:30 right after school, unfortunately. Oh, man.
We certainly have come a long way.
Parents and just a few faculty members and maybe just a few of the kids. But now I see a lot more faculty. I see a lot more students. And you just see, I think it must be community members just coming to see this high school basketball team compete.
And like you said, with the coaching staff taking it to a whole nother level, it's just quality basketball. You're going to see sets out here tonight that you're going to see in college level play. And, that's just impressive that ladies at this level can do that.
All right, we're going to go silent for the national anthem.
To sing the national anthem tonight, we welcome White Marsh Girls Basketball Senior Co-Captain
Ooh, tonight's national anthem is going to be sung by starting senior Azzy Crumpton. So Abby scores with the closing seconds of the first quarter to give PW a 12-9 lead after one. This is definitely a little bit of a different Quakertown team than what we've seen in the last 5 years.
Yeah, I'm impressed by their ability to take shots. They've had some good looks. They've gotten some threes off that have just missed. Obviously, we're seeing Cipro do what she does best. And, it's going to be one of those things where PW can't take it for granted. They're going to have to get in there and be able to successfully make some stops, and then most importantly, box out and get some rebounds. I think that's one of the things that Coach D is probably talking to his team right now about, as ways we can improve into the second quarter.
Once again, here we are. For those who are joining late, you are watching a special broadcast of CITV. We are covering the Plymouth White Marsh Girls Basketball Team. The defending state champions take on the Quakertown Panthers.
Someone asked you, so Mr. Guy was trying to set up the live right now, but nothing he did worked. So what we have to do is, this is going to be up tomorrow. But the live broadcast you're seeing is this. There is a live broadcast? Yes, I'm the live broadcast right now. You guys will be up later.
All right, so no one can hear us right now.
No. I would say keep going like you're. I think that's
Recording right now on camera. So you guys will be up tomorrow.
There's an old adage, technical difficulties. So,
You guys are doing good though.
thanks. I was just told by a 15-year-old young man that we were doing good. It's awesome. So this is AJ Avery over to Aaron Daly on the baseline.
So you'll notice what it looks like Quakertown started to do. They're trying to pack it in a little bit more. You know, you're not coming out as deep. They're playing this 2-3 matchup. They look like they're going to try to trap in the corner. And you can see it's forcing PW to really work the ball around and try to get an open shot. We've been doing a lot of driving. So they're saying now, hey, listen, we're going to pack it in and see if you can hit it from the outside. We're not going to let you drive on us. So being patient here is going to be key.
Yeah, we'll see how patient PW is with the new starting lineup. There's our first look at AJ Avery. Nice tap in by, that's number 24. Oh, but it's going to be Quakertown
Daly.
ball.
I'll tell you what, it's a great shot by AJ. I mean, obviously she's wide open. It's a shot she can make. So they just have to be patient.
Well, with a little more pressure from Quakertown also gets a little more pressure from PW and basically is forced to call a timeout.
Yeah, I really like I said, that possession, their ability to work the ball around and get that wide open shot. Quakertown's sort of rolling the dice here to say, we're going to have to make you beat us from the outside and hit some threes. The good news for the Colonials, we can hit some threes. So, we are able to drive to the basket, and there are some shooters that can knock down some of those threes. We've seen Balser do it. We've seen Sharp do it and Daly do it. So, and definitely Avery within her striking distance as well. So we'll see how they continue to work through that. But this is great, getting a little bit of defensive pressure to sort of jumpstart your offense in this second quarter is a really smart move by Coach D.
All right, so Balser is on the ball, and now Quakertown gets it into the corner, but there's going to be a double team, and it's off the leg of Aaron Daly from Catalano. Side out for Quakertown. Ball comes out to Catalano. 12-9 lead for PW. We're 1 minute into the second quarter, of which no one has scored just yet. Quakertown taking their time. That's number 4, Hagerty, a senior. Catalano out top with the ball. Aaron Daly, an excellent defender on her. Catalano takes the three and makes it. Hello.
Got ourselves a game partner.
This is a tie game at 6:28 in the second quarter.
See, that's what Cipral does. She sets the screen, and you have to pay so much attention to her because if you remember in the first quarter, she did that nice little pick and roll. You can't ignore her. So the defender went behind her, and they just slipped the ball back to Catalano, and she's wide open for a three-pointer, being able to execute it, and she puts one down. So that's what a really good post player will do. She's drawing a lot of attention to herself.
That's Abby Sharp from that corner. She's 0 for 2 early, but we've seen Abby. Once she hits one, the dike opens up, and they'll just pour in afterwards. So we got a 12-12 game. Catalano, we've seen a little bit of this. Ball at the top of the key, setting the offense. As you've already adroitly mentioned, a lot of this offense is going through Cipral. Cipral gets the rebound. Cipral gets another rebound off her own putback. And
again, another offensive rebound for the Panthers, which is giving them a second life in this series here.
I have to believe that, I guess that might be, oh, they're going to call traveling. I thought she got tripped up on one of the PW players that moved a foot, but I think with Azzy Crumpton not in the game, it's a little bit of an advantage for the other team to get some of these rebounds. Definitely not Jordan Thomas and Laney Allen under the basket, cleaning all the glass. Oh, what a great move. Oh, put a little English on that cue ball, but it didn't fall for her, but she will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, I like how you could see the offense was patient as they kind of worked the ball back and forth. Sort of how you have to, attack a 3-quarter press that they just had. And then once you get it into the middle, it's attack because you're going to have openings, especially someone as talented as Abby Sharp. She's going to be able to hit those seams and get in there and make things happen.
That foul is on number 21, Pistone, her first, and Abby, an excellent free throw shooter. Makes the first. She's now on the back end of 2. And unfortunately does not get that. Quakertown corrals the rebound. That's Cipral. Kind of doing a little bit of everything for Quakertown. Oh, they try a little pick and roll, but Catalano can't get that ball, and there's Bouncer out front and gets the 2. PW is now up 3 after the game went 12-12.
Tell you, defense into offense is the best way to jumpstart your offense is to get a couple possessions on defense, turn them into offense.
There is, oh my goodness, there is Catalano again. Somehow gets the ball, and Bouncer fouls her.
I mean, for being one of the shorter players on the court, you got to give a lot of credit to Catalano. Man, she's had at least 3 offensive rebounds that I can recall, and potentially even more.
Yep, there's no doubt about it. She, I guess part of what is making Quakertown a better team is all the experience. I mean, they have 4 starting seniors and 1 junior, so I would imagine this experience has to be part of the reason why the improvement is so great. I mean, this is a 3-point game. We're halfway through the second quarter. You get the ball to Cipral. Cipral takes a good left hand. Wow, that was a nice move. She doesn't finish, but a nice, strong move to the left. Ivy Sharp gives the ball up to Bouncer. Bouncer thought about the 3 for just a second. Gets the ball back out to Abby Sharp. Coach Daugherty is calling his play.
It looks like they're playing a 2-3 zone.
And very similar to what we saw about 45 seconds ago, Sharp goes in on that zone with the right hand, does not get the ball to go in off the glass, but gets the foul.
Yeah, you noticed that the Panthers had a little confusion when they were switching defenses. And, as a good player, you see that, you take advantage of that, and that's exactly what Sharp did there, got herself to the basket and to the line.
Sharp sinks the first one. That is Cipral's second foul. I guess it's only going to be a concern if she picks up her third in the next 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, it'd be tough decision for Coach Bamford to decide how she's going to handle that and manage that.
Well, that would be a dream for Coach Daugherty and Coach DeLucia if Cipral were to go to the bench here for the last 3. But PW has stretched this lead to 5. Cipral takes an outside shot right on the line, and guess who finds her way to the ball again? That wasn't a rebound by Catalano, but just kind of a fortunate, there's the ball.
When I used to play, we would sometimes have players, we called them magnets. Just somehow the ball always found them, and I feel like Catalano is one of those players today. Oh baby.
Wow. That kid is good. She was going right and spun back to her left. This game is now a 1-possession game again, 17-14.
That is a textbook spin move. I mean, she was just totally in rhythm, and she felt the defender, and, that's something you sit in your backyard and practice all the time, and the fact that she was able to execute it there, good for her.
Yeah, that full speed. That was really impressive. AJ Avery. AJ kicks it back into Crumpton, but the ball is knocked out by Quakertown. Number 4, that's Hagerty.
I mean, it's a good idea. She's trying to pull the defender towards her and then get the opening. It just didn't work out for her that time. Still retain the possession, though.
Abby Sharp with the ball to inbound, and she goes quick into Erin Daly. Oh, nice move, Erin Daly. And Erin scores 2 on inside the lane, and to make it now again a 5-point lead.
That's a great play. You get everyone's attention's on the cutter going across the lane, and Erin just reads it. She slips the screen.
That was actually a very nice pass by Catalano, but I don't think Pistone was sort of expecting that as she was crossing through the lane. Abby Sharp resets everybody. Crumpton comes up to the foul line. Ball comes out to Bowser at the top of the key. She goes over to Sharp. Sharp down on the baseline to Daly. And Abby takes a nice, healthy 3 and drills it.
Just like you said, partner, once she starts getting hot, that's all it's going to take. And I think that lid is off the basket now for Abby Sharp. Beautiful three-pointer.
All right, this is going to be what I'll call dangerous time for Quakertown. And they missed that running layup. Catalano had a good look at the basket, but this could get out of control in a hurry. That was a terrific spin move. But to their credit, Pistone gets that rebound. And she attacks down the court. Doesn't see anything she likes, so Quakertown will bring the ball back out and run from the set play. Inside 2 of Horace Sewell. Cipral, left hand, bank shot in. So just when PW had a chance to go double-digit lead, the lead is back down to 6.
The fact that Cipro was able to seal the defender right in the middle of the lane, I mean, that was all day. You could see that the Panthers had no doubt who that ball was going to, and it's just, again, a testament to her abilities at that low block.
Wow. So there's 34 seconds left in the first half. This is A.J. Avery. She goes back out to Bowser. A.J. gets the ball, and she takes the all right. So
I think that's 3.
That is going to be 3 on Cipral. And that is going to be a quick exit for Cipral for the last 20 seconds of the half. She's very upset with herself, and no doubt. A.J. Avery with her first free throw. It does not fall. Cipral goes out with 20 seconds.
Yeah, and I know it's always challenging when you play as a player knowing that you have 3 fouls. It's kind of always in the back of your head. You certainly don't want to pick up that 4th. So especially with 20 seconds left in the quarter or in the half, excuse me, to do that, it's like, ugh. So I can see why she's got a little bit of a frustration happening right now.
Quakertown's got 13 seconds. We got a trap PW. All right, Pistone is going to get an open 3, and she puts it off the rim, then off the glass. Crumpton with that rebound. 2 seconds. We got a
nice
bonus half-court heave, and it does not fall. So the score after one half of basketball, the defending state champions, Plymouth White Marsh Girls Basketball, 23. The visiting Quakertown Panthers, 16. We got a 7-point lead. We're going to got a 10-minute halftime break here. We apologize. If you're listening to this now, from what I understand, you're listening to it on Wednesday, December 14th, as we had some audio difficulties during the live feed broadcast. So you're missing this phenomenal commentary by Miss Becky Duffy, and you're missing it live anyway. Everyone who's listening will be listening to a tape of this game, and I have no doubt that there will be a number of people that remember that, oh, tonight was the night they hang the banner. I want to check that out. Let me see how the game was played. Let me see this team on the home court for the first time. So, Becky, what did you see? What do you like? What do you like from Quakertown? let's just stay with the positives here.
Yeah, well, to be honest, it was a well fought first half. I think Quakertown came out with a little bit more juice in their offense than we initially anticipated. Obviously, I don't think it was a while until Cipro kind of got going, but once she got going, it really was impressive to watch her display. Obviously, she's the offensive charge of the team. She does some things that you don't always see on the stat sheet. For example, we talked about how, you have to pay a lot of attention to her when she did that pick and roll, and you have to sort of make sure she doesn't roll on you, and that gave opportunities for her teammates to be open and make some shots. The other thing I think is pretty impressive right now for the Panthers is they're finding open shots. They're getting some good looks. I think PW is playing aggressively, as they should, because, there are opportunities to steal the basketball and shoot some of those lanes. But, kudos to the Panthers for finding opportunities to sort of, get the ball to the open man and try to hit some shots. And, they've hit a few. In terms of the Colonials, I think they've showed some fight. So, obviously, they're getting some nice baskets from the defense to the offensive lane. When they went to that 2-3 zone, or that sort of junk defense where they're trapping, they're recognizing where the open opportunities are. They're staying patient, and they're trying to get to the basket. And you saw Abby Sharp do that a few times, and she was able to get to the line. But certainly there are things that I'm sure Coach D and Coach DeLucia are talking about currently, and one of them has to be offensive boards. We have to do a better job of getting some, letting up those offensive rebounds for the Panthers, because they're just extending some possessions. And, every time you give life, that means you got to play more defense, and that just tires you out and doesn't give you the opportunity on the end offensively to have time and possession.
Completely agree with your one point that Quakertown is getting open shots. Catalano's hit 1-3, but we've seen Pistone, Sisher, and Catalano all have some wide open looks, and they hit even 2 more of those, and we're talking about a 1-point game. They've had a number of open looks, and Cipro, to my unofficial numbers here, has 10 of their 16 points. So, yeah, she's kind of she's the glue that keeps everything together for their offense and defense. But with her third foul coming with 30 seconds left, she's probably kicking herself. She's got a true freshman taking a shot from the foul line. It's just, what is it? It's going to be a 2-point at worst. You just got to challenge a shot. You don't necessarily have to go for the block. So she's going to have to play the entire third quarter a little bit differently, a little less aggressively. Can't get that 4th foul in this quarter.
Yeah, and certainly I'm sure they're talking about that in the Colonial locker room right now, right? Certainly you want to take the ball to her, try to get her out of position, maybe pick up that 4th foul, and that would really sort of change the entire landscape of this game. I mean, there's no doubt that she is a dominating presence. And, we talked about playing smart basketball. That's all part of it, really, just understanding the situation of the game and understanding the opportunities that you have and being able to take advantage of them when they present themselves. And here's an opportunity that has presented itself.
Yeah, another great point. Does PW... It's that chess match. Does PW go a little out of their normal offense to try to get the ball down to Azzy or Aaron to try to get her 4th foul? Do they make that sort of a goal in the first 4 minutes, is to make Cipro play some tough defense, which would be a little out of their normal offensive not capabilities, but just normal offensive rhythm. Yeah. And or will they just stay in rhythm and say, hey, look, what we do has gotten us a 7-point lead. We're going to stay what we do, and we're going to win by 14. We're just going to double it up this half.
Yeah, and something else that I'll be interested to see with Colonial is you saw when they put pressure on the Panthers, good things happen, but usually you can't set up an offense, or a press unless you score, right? So you have to get the ball in the basket on either a foul shot or a field goal, and then you can set up that press, and then that just begets more opportunities for you. I think we certainly have an advantage when we're doing that, because Cipro as a post player isn't bringing up the ball. So you're going to be able to take advantage of, maybe some players that aren't as used to handling that kind of pressure. And but we can't do it unless we have, opportunities to score. So hopefully that's something that sort of leads itself. One will lead into the other, and you may see a momentum swing in the third quarter.
Leading scorers for the Colonials are, as you would think, Aaron Daly and Abby Sharp. But Bowser has a few baskets. AJ Avery has hit a free throw. At some point, things will start to kind of shake out. Where's that rest of that scoring going to come from if teams really, and no doubt they're going to try to focus on Sharp and Daly, shut those two down as best you can and make the other players beat you.
Well, honestly, one of the promising signs early in the season was at the West York High School tip-off tournament. They played two really good caliber teams in DeLone Catholic and Berks Catholic, and in both of those competitions, you saw that other girls stepped up. I think it was a nice testimony to both AJ Avery as well as Angelina Bowser. They both had really nice performances, and it was nice to see that when the stars, so to speak, aren't playing their best game, they have opportunities to pick it up, and other people can step up and be successful in it. So you bring up a great point, and we've seen it happen, and I think we'll hopefully be able to see it happen. I think when you have a team that's sort of very different than the one you had in the past, it's a big sort of identity thing. It's like, what is my role now? Where do I fit in? Takes a little bit of time to kind of shake that out and feel that out. I know the coaches are in their ear saying, this is what we need of you. This is your role now. So that sometimes is a little bit of a shift to do. And I think with the time and the season and how it progresses, we'll see that come out, because it's certainly there. It's just a matter of it,
Right.
presenting itself.
Barring any horrendous injury, we know that this team will make the playoffs. Somewhere they'll be seeded in the playoffs. And by the end of the year, what will be the role of certain players? Whose confidence will have shot up like a rocket? And we got to take a time. We just had our picture taken here in the booth, so had to take a 1 second time out. But getting back to the point that when the playoffs start, which we know that Colonials will qualify, just a matter of where in the mix they'll be, but who will be playing what roles? Who will be the third and fourth leading scorer? Who's going to be the person that steps up off the bench and find themselves, figure it out? I mean, listen, Crumpton and Bowser are seniors.
Right.
They've been around a little bit, and it's their time to shine. You would think that certainly their expectations are set a little higher for some of the younger ball players, but someone out of this younger set of players that we have here, there'll be some surprises here, and it'll be a great season to watch all this unfold.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, it's what an opportunity for AJ Avery and for McKenna Woodland, who are already getting quality minutes as a freshman on a defending state championship team. I don't know that there's many freshmen in the state of Pennsylvania that can kind of hang their hat on that over the last 5-10 years. So that's something that's really exciting, like you said, and with this change and shift, there's lots of opportunities. So it'll be interesting, like you said, to see who steps up and what the roles sort of shake out to be.
We are 30 seconds from the beginning of the second half. It looks like the same starting lineup for both teams. Again, one of the storylines, at least for the entire quarter, honestly, is Cipral with 3 fouls. Quakertown's most efficient player.
It looks like she's going to be out there to start the third quarter. So her coach, Coach Brantford, must have some confidence knowing that she's a pretty disciplined player. Otherwise, there's no way I would be, putting her out there at least to start.
She is a senior, so that experience has got to be something that proves valuable for her. Here come the Colonials.
No doubt.
And do we have officials on the floor yet?
Here they come.
Here they come. No doubt that there must have been some Iliano's pizza in the referee room. They were enjoying themselves. Gotta give a shout out to the best pizza, in my opinion, humble opinion.
I like a Franzones. I could always
get
get
you like
behind
that
it.
sugary sauce?
Yeah,
huh?
absolutely.
Right.
It's one of those things where I don't I just like crave it at times.
Okay. Hey, I totally get that. So Quakertown starts with the ball. They run a little set play, and Aaron Daly's going to pick up a quick foul.
It's interesting, just right off the bat with the first 10 seconds of the second half, I almost feel like the energy from the Colonials is a lot higher. You can see they're extending their defense, obviously. You have AJ up, picking up the ball, and looks like they're
Yeah, I think
a little fire.
That is the second time Pistone has had a nice drive to the basket on the baseline, but has not been able to convert. But she's getting some really good looks, and that you don't want to do. They get away with it this time, and Bowser gets the inside rebound, who passes it inside to Daly, who scores off the glass.
Beautiful, beautiful feed by Bowser into Aaron Daly, just having her head up. Great opportunity for her to pass that ball in there, and Aaron finishes.
Everything about that was good. It was an open three.
Nice offensive rebound.
Yeah, Sharp didn't hesitate to take that three, which you always like. Bowser gets the rebound and a beautiful dish to a cutting Daly, who does what Pistone wasn't able to do on the other end, hit on an open look. There goes another rebound for Quakertown. Crumpton. Coach Doherty calls timeout. Didn't like that double team on Crumpton on our own baseline.
There was a good fight in there by Crumpton, getting that board and being strong with the basketball. Obviously, they're being very aggressive, and they're trying to double team and get her into a position, but she was strong with the basketball and
going back to that last minute of the second quarter, Crumpton came in, got a rebound that was pretty key, and just got a rebound there.
When we talk about role playing, we were talking about at halftime. That's that idea of what do you hang your hat on? Like, what is it that you do really, really well on this team? And for Crumpton, it's got to be hitting the boards. She's got to be fearless, and she's got to be the one that says every ball that comes off that rim's mine.
Yep. And what's Crumpton's reward for getting that rebound? She's down.
Yeah, sometimes that happens.
It's just part of the rotation that they have. It's nothing on performance. Just a joke. Bowser goes to Daly in the middle. Back to Bowser, and that ball is going to come out to Abby Sharp. We're going to have sort of a reset. Here comes a set play. Bowser didn't quite get the pass clean. She might have been looking for Quinn Daly down in the blocks.
What a nice move.
That's exactly right. There's an offensive rebound. Daly. You can see Cipro backing up, literally backing up away.
Yeah, she doesn't want to pick up that foul, and I think Erin knew that, and she was fearless going after those offensive boards, and she was rewarded with her putback.
And just like that, PW has, with the first 4 points of this quarter, has gotten out to what was an 11-point lead and is now a 9-point lead.
Going back to that offensive possession previously, it was a nice drive by AJ Avery. Again, just being aggressive.
So, Cipro has, on my unofficial card here, 12 of the 18 points for Quakertown. Quakertown finds itself in a 9-point hole with PW ball, and there's a stop pop by, and she's just phenomenal at that. No stopping her.
I wonder how many times she's practiced that, partner.
Well,
hundreds of thousands yet, maybe?
You'd be a fool not to bet on her making that shot 70% of the time. That is going to be a 3-ball from Catalano, and this time she hits. So give Quakertown credit. They finding ways to answer back when PW kind of threatens to break this game open. We got an 8-point lead, and there's another stop pop. And Daly turns garbage into gold, gets the rebound. We got that's Abby Sharp. Play was stopped. Just looks like there's a little bit of a calf. Aaron Daly scores and makes the lead a 10-point lead. PW 31, Quakertown Panthers 21 at 4:43 in the third quarter.
Yeah, you can see there's definitely been an emphasis on hitting the glass. We've had much more opportunities, getting some really key rebounds, and Daly has definitely stepped up in that department with a couple really key offensive boards and putbacks.
I kind of lost Abby in the wash there. Did you happen to see anything?
You know what? I think it's when she went up for that shot. Maybe perhaps, I don't want to speculate, but maybe a little bit of a cramping in her calf or her ankle, and looks like she's walking off okay, which is obviously a huge sigh of relief.
That's AJ Clegg, the longtime trainer, who's one of the best. So
I'm sure she'll take good care of Abby and get her back out there if she can get back out there.
She's getting top-notch a look-see, and that is Cipro, who inbounds the ball to Catalano. And once again, Quakertown, we'll see how they respond. They've responded so far. PW's got a double-digit lead, but okay, ball scrambles, gets loose. Pistone with a hell of an effort. Oh, nice steal by Daly, but Pistone steals it back, and we got to jump ball. Just what a series of quick hands by both teams there. And
it was sort of like a ping pong ball.
Yeah.
It's over here, it's over here, it's over here. Who's got it? Who's got it? Really great effort by Erin Daly there to get that steal and get the jump ball for the possession.
Most important thing, and the Quakertown does not put the ball in the basket. So they do not take this down to a single-digit lead, and now are, always in danger. I've seen PW do this many times over the years. What? Wow.
That was a charge?
I thought that Catalano pushed off of...
I think she just fell, but... I mean, we didn't have the angle that the official had, so obviously he's much closer and has that angle. We don't.
I don't know. These are great seats here, I got to say.
It's nice being up high and seeing all the action unfold.
People normally pay for these seats. And we got a nice turnaround shot from number 22. That's Sicker.
Good hustle by Quinn Daly. It was just unfortunate. I think her legs got tied up, but it was a nice effort there to try to get that rebound.
A lot of second looks for both teams tonight. Wow, that was kind of a lazy pass, kind of thrown in the middle of nobody. But Quakertown finds it, and there's a good pass from Cipro.
There she is again.
Yeah, there she is, your magnet.
There's the magnet, ball magnet.
Now, that magnetization is keeping Quakertown in the game. Nice bounce pass at the foul line, and it goes in and out for Sisher, who I believe has not yet scored in the game.
Got a 2-on-1.
Balser goes up off the inside of the glass. Quakertown gets the rebound. Catalano. Bounce pass again into Sisher. Sisher puts the ball on the floor this time and travels. Good defense by Quinn Daly. I overheard Coach DeLucia talk about Quinn Daly's strength in the lane, that she's surprisingly strong. She's able to move people. And right there, she had the better position on the lower half and caused Sisher to pick up her dribble. And nice play. Wow. Oh, she does not finish. That's
her fourth.
Quinn. Oh, wow. On really kind of a
we'd like to call that tic-tac.
Yeah. She bumped Quinn Daly, but in all fairness, now Quakertown has a decision to make. They're still in this game. There's time left. Quinn Daly misses the free throw, so the lead stays at 10. They're going to take Cipro out, and I guess Quakertown's just got to hope for the next 2 minutes and 47 seconds to kind of hold tight to where they are, and then hope for. And Daly does up, but Daly bails out Daly. And they get a reach in. And I believe that foul's on number 22, Sisher. So it's going to be PW ball out from under the basket with a 10-point lead, 2:38 here in the third quarter. Abby Sharp back in the game. Always a great thing to see. That's McKenna
That's
Winland.
pretty shot.
No fear. Takes the baseline J and gets 2.
Nice rotation on that shot. She's got pretty form.
Oh, nice pick. Nice defense. Nice recovery that was good basketball right there. Good offensive pick by Quakertown, but better defense by the Colonials, who collude for the block on Catalano. Winland goes back to Abby. Abby comes back to Winland. Winland goes to Bowser. Ball swings over to Abby on the other side of the court. Try to force that one in there to Daly. There's Catalano with her hands on the ball. She gets the ball temporarily at Haggerty, who now gives the ball back to Catalano. Okay. That is Sicker trying to pick up some offensive slack with Cipral out of the game. Someone for Quakertown sort of has to step up here and provide some scoring. But it's PW ball. We got a minute 32 left and a 12-point lead for the defending state champs.
So they're playing this 2-3 zone again, trying to work that ball around this reverse that they have for
Abby
Sharp.
Sharp shooter. That's 3. And now we've got the biggest lead of the game. Quakertown is in real danger here of letting this game get away before the fourth quarter starts. We got a 15-point lead. Somebody's got to score for Quakertown.
Yeah, and we talked about in the first half them packing it in and saying, hey, listen, we didn't like how you were driving on us, so we're going to make you beat us from the outside, and that's exactly what they're doing.
There's a tough defense by where's the call going to go? They've made it for the Colonials. Good double team.
Yep.
By Coach Doherty's defense.
Extending that a little bit, you can see them being a little bit more aggressive coming out past the three-point line, and that's what afforded them that opportunity for the steal.
All right, so from a set piece over there to Abby Sharp, this could be.
Baby!
Is. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Another 3. It's nothing but the bottom of the net.
Is that her third or her fourth?
I have at least
track.
3. I have at least 3.
Oh, Catalano.
And Catalano tries to come back with a quick 3. We got an 18-point lead for the Colonials. Winland passes the ball over to Sharp. Sharp takes it left to the baseline. There is Daly. Oh, and a nice. Oh, wait a minute. Now we've got Quinn. Quinn actually is. Wait a minute. Is Quinn going to be called for the push?
I think
Yes.
that was the call.
Yeah. Quinn's going to be called for the push to get that rebound. It's going to be Quakertown ball. Quakertown going from our left to our right. Catalano waits that extra second for the ball, and the clock runs out for the third quarter. And the PW Lady Colonials kind of break it open here in the third quarter with Cipral struggling through some foul trouble here. Home team 39 and visitor team, the Panthers, 21.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, Abby Sharp has found her rhythm. It was an offensive set where they reverse the ball. Someone sets a screen on that top of that zone, and it's Abby all day. Give her a lot of credit for stepping up, and then a little bit of a scary moment there in the third quarter when she went down with what perceivably looks like a cramp in her calf. But man, when she went to the bench for those couple seconds, I think she found her jump shot, and it's been smooth sailing for them ever since.
Do we thank AJ for that?
I think we can. Miss Clegg is all over it. She's taking care of business and getting our Colonials back on the court where they belong.
A special bomb that increases your mojo. Didn't Kramer on Seinfeld have like a special bomb? to heal some burns, or it was
I
kind
do
of like
recall. I do recall that. Yes.
wonder
Yes.
cure. So we start the fourth quarter. PW is taking control of this game. No doubt that Cipro is going to take the floor.
Yeah, at this point, she's going out there. She's just trying to obviously stay in the game is the priority, and try to put her mark as best she can on this game. It'll be interesting to see how much she tries to sort of take over, or if she still plays within herself, within her rhythm.
The Colonials go with, I guess, what you would call one of our smaller lineups. We've got we've got 3 to 4 guards on the floor. There is Pistone with a nice drive. So she starts Quakertown off on the right foot here in this quarter with a drive down, finishing with her right. And the lead is cut to 16. Abby Sharp makes an aggressive move. Pistone, though, recovers well.
Back door.
There's a stop and pop off the front of the rim. And Catalano gets that rebound. Pistone does a spin from outside, does double spin, up, under, and there's a putback. No good. And that is going to be, I believe, out on Daly. That's going to be, oh no, he's going to call that out on Cipro. How about that?
Oh, good offensive possession. Cipro really made a nice move to the basket. And another offensive board by the Panthers that just didn't fall. So
this is kind of a crazy question, but is Quakertown in our division? I believe so, but are they officially?
They are.
So we'll be traveling up there later in the season.
Oh, look at that.
Okay.
Oh, that's it for Cipro.
I think she just moved just a hair. And that's going to be it for Cipro. She moved just a little bit as AJ Avery was looking to finish that shot. Coach is wondering how can that be a foul on her with her hands straight up. I'd love to see the replay on that, but I thought I saw her just move just a little bit. That is a tough call.
Yeah, I do feel a little bit bad for Cipro. I feel like she did get a couple of raw calls, but you know what? That's basketball. That's how it works, and it's unfortunate.
So AJ Avery at the line and does not sink her first. A little frustrated with herself here. I know that I think she had 2 misses in the first half as well.
Yeah, it's just experience. It takes some time to get, acclimated to being on a varsity program.
Yeah, she's playing in front of a big crowd.
And she knocks it down. Good for her.
Yep. Daly with a nice steal and put back for 2. Erin Daly does it on her all by herself. Quakertown's going to call a timeout. They're going to discuss strategy for the rest of the game here, being down arguably their best player. PW's got a lead 42-23, 19 points. What are we going to look for in the last 6 minutes of this game?
Yeah, I think really opportunity for some of the players to step up and take their looks and their shots. AJ Avery looking to take some really good drives to the basket. Getting Haley O'Hara some opportunities and McKenna Winland to really see if they can successfully just continue growing on what they started here and, getting some quality minutes to get them some experience so that they can be, continue to grow and develop.
I just saw the PW cheerleaders. They deserve a little bit of a shout out, coached by the PW Wonder Woman, Debbie Tornetta. And I just saw Olivia Bell doing about 14 backflips there on the court. One of the best kids in the school. And, oh, by the way, yes, she's super athletic as well.
Amazing.
She destroyed it. She destroyed it in flag football this fall campaign. She was a one-man wrecking ball on
now, was
defense.
she a running back or was she catching?
She was a
them out of the
defensive
air?
end, and nobody on the junior team could get around her.
That's amazing.
She had like 12 tackles.
That's amazing.
She's awesome. So we've got Catalano out here with the ball. Quakertown's going to have to find, and this is also a valuable 6 minutes for Quakertown. Hey, who else can score? They need at least 2 scores, right? Pretty good defense there by the Panthers. And no, so okay, they reversed them. They reversed the call originally for the Panthers, but now it's going to be deemed PW ball. But for the Panthers, are going to play PW again at home. Here's an opportunity to find some balanced scoring among the girls who are not named Sipple.
Right. And you see them taking their shots, their open looks. They're just not falling for them, but...
Yeah, you're right. Oh, nice pass. Oh, nice pass. Okay, there's Pistone. She's cut off from the basket pretty well. 22, this is Sicker with the ball. That's got to be 5 seconds. Not yet. She makes a good little move, throws it up there. Abby Sharp comes down with the rebound. Aaron Daly with a 3. And that is a nice rebound by Haley O'Hara. Just kind of in the right spot at the right time. Ball was blocked cleanly by Quakertown. PW gets the ball under the basket. 42-23 lead with 5:24 left in the 4th frame. There's Abby. And again, I said this last year with the state championship team. You can already see it here. Our girls, hell.
Hey now.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's Abby Sharp. I thought for a moment there that was Haley O'Hara. That's Abby Sharp. Now that's at least 4 threes. Abby is well on her way to a 20-plus point game.
Just nice offensive possession there. Being patient out of the inbound and working that ball all the way around was really a nice possession.
Aaron Daly stole the ball. We got called for a travel. Quakertown will get the ball back. It's the worst
when you're in a precarious situation after a steal. You're like, can I get up or can I not? What's happening here?
The ball inside to Sisher.
Oh, nice defense.
You got to say, Catalano's had a pretty tough game. And they're going to call a block on, I think it's going to be Winland.
Oh, I totally agree. I think Catalano, she's doing a lot of nice things out there. She's, getting the ball to her teammates. She's running the offense. She's popped a few threes herself. What else can you ask for from your point guard to be able to do? And she's hanging it tough. And like we already talked about, she's the magnet. The ball just seems to find her. And there's another example.
That's a hefty 3 from Catalano. But again, it was an open look. A little deeper than maybe you'd like to see as an offensive coach.
But I guess at this point, right, you have an open look. You got to take it with your best player on the bench.
Right.
You don't know how many of those you're going to get. It actually wasn't too bad of a looking shot.
O'Hara fakes the pass inside. We're going to get a foul on, that's Sicker. I apologize to all Quakertown fans if her name is Sisher or any other pronunciation. Re-entering the game is Quinn Daly, number 24, and starter Angelina Bowser, number 2.
Wow!
Nice little play by Pistone. I like some of Pistone's game. Well, I like a lot of Pistone's game, I should say.
Agreed. I think she's been playing a really feisty, aggressive game.
Yeah.
There's another example right there. Nice pick and roll, and she in traffic, but she maintains possession.
She's the only starting junior for Quakertown, so they have her to look forward to seeing grow all year, and then so I guess she'll be by far the leader of next year's squad. Haven't seen too many of the underclassmen that Quakertown has over there on the bench. Turning garbage into gold. That is Aaron Daly with another 2.
Yeah, it's just been exceptional to see the intent on the offensive glass for the Colonials in the second half. I think that might be Aaron's 3rd or 4th offensive rebound putback, which was lacking in the first half. So it was obviously an adjustment that was made at halftime, and good for them for making the adjustment and for her to attack it that way.
Easily. So the score right now sits at Plymouth Whitemarsh 47, Quakertown 23. Angelina Bouncer handling the ball out front for the Colonials. Passes it into Daly. Makes a nice
grab.
Yeah, that was a nice grab. Winland makes a nice move. She does a la swoop starting from her left hip with the right hand and gets fouled.
It's a nice head fake and drive to the basket. Again, talking about freshmen and underclassmen getting these quality minutes to get more exposure and more experience is just going to be huge as the season goes along. These are big time valuable minutes for these young players.
I guess I should cut her some slack if she's a little tired in class tomorrow morning.
I guess.
She doesn't hit the first, but she does hit the second. Winland putting pressure right from half court on Catalano. Gets
Nice
picked
defense.
off the ball a little bit. There is number 21 with a nice, again, Pistone.
Really nice move there. I mean, she's fearless. She's taking it right to the rack.
Nice ball player. Definitely more balance than Quakertown teams we've seen in the past. I mean, quite honestly, we said it pre-game. I think the last, at least 5 times we played Quakertown, it would have been a running clock in the second half. And Quakertown hung tough. If it hadn't been for Cyprill, and part of it is Cyprill's fault, it may have been a couple ticky-tack calls by the officials. I mean, that didn't win or lose the game, but Quakertown certainly played tough for 3 quarters and made it a competitive basketball game.
No, there's no doubt. I mean, we talked about it at the top that, Quakertown is definitely getting better, and give a lot of credit to their coach, Coach Bamford, who's, worked with their players to develop them. And like you said, it's a shame that Cyprill is out of the game because she's a fun player to watch, and clearly she had a couple moves there, put on a show.
Yeah, she's got skills.
There's no doubt about that.
Real skill play. And you can see why they won 2 of the last 3. And they're going to win some more before we get to play them again up in Quakertown.
Definitely.
This team will win a few games.
Speaking of winning, how about this for you? So I was talking to Coach D earlier today and talking about this senior class who was on our team this year. They will have, at this point in their career, only ever lost 2 league games in their entire career as PW basketball players. I mean, that's just absolutely insane. And moreover, they have a chance to be winning 100 games in their high school career.
Holy moly. Triple digits?
Currently, they're 80-8. I just let that sink in, partner.
Wow,
I mean, that's a lot of winning.
That's a credit to the players. That's a credit to the coaching staff. Aaron Daly forces a foul to get some reserves into the game here with 1:28 left. We've got PW 52, Quakertown 25.
And that loss they had with Abington last Thursday was their first loss since before COVID.
Wow.
So that is just a remarkable.
Coach, who do we have here, number 22, that has just come into the game for us? I know you got the roster right
Jocelyn
there.
Perez.
Ah.
Yes.
All right. Her father is a teacher here at the high school. The Perez family, very athletic.
Yeah, she's a freshman, getting some good quality minutes like we talked about. These are key critical opportunities for young players to be in games like this.
I know the Perezes are good softball players. They had basketball.
No, there's no doubt about that.
Winland on that rebound.
Nice
long pass to AJ Every. She goes down on the floor when the Quakertown foul, but she's good, and she will go to the line to shoot 2.
That was a freshman to freshman play right there. I really liked that.
What's Coach Tornambi thinking right now? What could have been? I could have been looking at a 17-0 season.
I mean, Winland just had a really nice sense of the court there, looking downward. AJ ran the court really well. And She's got a nice drive to the basket, and hopefully she can convert the second one.
As she does convert the second one, and the lead goes to 53-25. Yeah, it's a credit. Okay. Again, there's another open shot for Quakertown. They don't convert. We're going to hope that their percentage doesn't increase when PW goes up to Quakertown later this year. They have had a couple open looks, again, which is a credit to their improved offense. Catalano is still doing everything she can to disrupt PW's offense.
Yeah, just give her a lot of credit. She's very aggressive, and she's not quitting, and I love that. I love to see that. Play until the buzzer rings.
Winland goes back to the line. And again, it's a credit to how good these freshmen must be to be on the varsity roster and getting minutes in varsity games.
I'll tell you, you watch her form. She has got really nice touch to the basketball. Just watch how it rotates. It comes off of her hand when she releases. So pretty.
She does.
Beautiful.
It is very classic textbook rotation on the ball there.
She's a freshman. I definitely keep an eye on her. She's going to turn into a shooter, and I think one of the things she's going to want to work on is her upper strength, so she can get that ball up a little bit higher, so that by the time she's a sophomore, junior, she's going to be able to elevate and knock down a lot of three-pointers. So that's my prediction. Said it here first.
So, all right. With 26 seconds left, Catalano just won't quit.
Love it.
Our team is down. PW would be content to just dribble the ball out. They go inside to Azzy Crumpton, and Azzy Crumpton gets two. Always like to see that. She's working hard down low. Has gotten a lot of rebounds. Nice to see her get 2 points as well. And that is
how about that?
Pistone hits a three. That gives Pistone, on my unofficial card here, that's 10 points for Pistone.
That was a really nice shot. Basically from well beyond the three-point line, almost at the half-court line. Good for her.
Well, the defending state champs on a very special night. The defending state champs defend their home court with a 57-28 win over the Quakertown Panthers. Leading scorers were Abby Sharp, Aaron Daly for the Colonials, and Cipperl and Pistone, a junior and a senior combo for the Panthers. Again, it was a special night. We saw PW unveil its permanent state championship banner in this beautiful gym. Joining over there now there's 5 state championships for the teams, and I believe there's 3 individual state championships for the wrestlers. As I look around left and right, I believe it's 3. So a lot of it's nice to have a lot of state championships.
Very well decorated in this gym, and I have to say, what really sets that 2022 banner apart is that word up there, undefeated. Yeah, I mean, that is a word that is not commonly used on banners for state championship titles.
Undefeated. That
beautiful.
Is good call, partner. So as we leave the floor here, and we wish you guys a good night. Thanks to CITV for allowing Miss Duffy and myself.
Welcome, Mr. Culp.
Thanks. For doing the broadcast. We hope to be doing some special games as they come up here in the future for PW. We expect it to be another great season for the Lady Colonials. Any closing words?
Just really great game. It was really fun to see the girls out there live and, doing what Colonial basketball players do. The Lady Colonials are such a fun program to watch, and I'm looking forward to some more with you this season. So great game, partner. It was a lot of fun.
Hey, do we have any unofficial numbers on how far away we have 2 players from 1,000 points?
We do have 2 players that are getting a coach. I don't have the unofficial standings, but I do know that they are looming strong.
And as I look over there across from us, I see Taylor O'Brien, who was just a terrific scorer, and I see the 1,000-point scorers. Is that? Yeah, no, that's just the ladies, right? And then the men are over here on my left.
Yes.
So we expect a couple more names to be added to that
Certainly.
banner as well. So a lot of exciting things that'll happen this year for the Lady Colonials. And hey, I hope they invite us to do the men's game one of these days. Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be something.
Let's go. Let's not discriminate here. Let's get the men involved. All right.
Love it.
Let's
Love
give Jimmy
it.
D a call and see what he thinks. All right. I'm Bob Culp and Becky Duffy. We are signing off. Have a great day, night, whatever it is where you're watching this replay of the game. Thank you for listening. Take care,
Take
everybody.
care, everybody. Happy holidays.